everywhere is literally far. What did I buy? Why are you acting like a snake? Hi guys, welcome back to another video. If you're new to my channel, my name is T. Thanks for stopping by and I hope you stay. I hope you subscribe before you leave. I think by the title we should already know what this video is going to be about. I'm just going to be sharing my soft landing experience in Canada, Calgary to be precise, and just, giving you guys the deets of what went down. I think I want to talk about why I even did this soft landing to begin with. So I got my permanent residency application approved in sometime in July. So that was mid-July, I think. Even though I know God just has a way of making things happen when He wants to make things happen. I've learned from this experience that when something is for you, it will happen seamlessly. The whole application was supposed to take 6 months. That's the official timeline on the website. So I thought, okay, if it's going to take 6 months, that means December I should be getting my permanent residency. If it goes through in December, I can travel whenever I want to travel next year. But as God would have it, my application took a month and some weeks. Like literally it was like this. It was very, 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 very quick. So and yeah, I got it mid-July. Even though almost the time I got it, I was already guessing that it wasn't going to take too long, because then I started to join groups on Telegram and I started to realize, even though they say 6 months, people were getting theirs in less than 6 months. When you get your permanent residency application approved, you have like a whole year. They give you a whole year to plan your move, because to be fair, it is a big move, right? So they gave me to like, I think next year July, because it got approved in July, right? So they gave me to 2025 July to travel. Me, I just felt like, let me go and get what I need to get. I can come back. I just wanted that assurance of knowing that I have everything I need. Like if I need to like up and leave the UK like right now, I won't have to think too deeply about it. It makes it easier for them to give you like visas to other country, because they know that it's not like you just like on a student visa in the UK. You have permanent residency in Canada, you have this and that. So it helps you with like applications. Even I don't even know the applications I want to apply for. I just know that I wanted to have the advantage if you ever came down to it. Also, I had said I wanted to travel this year, and I just did not get around to it. I did not get around to doing any traveling. I feel like I was so stressed this year. This has to be one of the most stressful years for me. I feel like I did not let myself really enjoy things a lot this year because I was worried about a lot of things. So I was just in that mood of I didn't want to do a lot. So when this clicked, I was like, as much as I know it's expensive, like the flight and all of that, I wanted to do something. I wanted to just relax also and just not be working. So that's why I did my soft landing when I did it. Even though I didn't really have to. It wasn't like you have to go. I didn't really have to go, but I just wanted to do it. Do you get what I mean? My PR card was like, the goal. Funny enough, I don't know if you guys have seen the vlog I posted. If you haven't, I'm going to link it. So go and watch it. I still did not even get that PR card. That was literally my main goal for going. Spend time with family, relax, take time off work, and get my PR card. It was smooth. I think it was very, very smooth. I think it might be just because I was like landing in Calgary. Maybe if I landed in like Ontario, I would have had a different experience. But landing in Calgary was pretty smooth. Like there was not even crowd in the, when you get your bags and you're waiting for immigration, there was like seats for you to just sit down. And when it was time, they came out and they attended to me. What did they ask me? I think she asked me where I'm flying from. I told her London or something. And then she just asked me for my co-PR. When your permanent residency gets approved, you're given two co-PRs. One is for the officers and one is for you. So I still have one copy with me, and asked me for my address, like where I'm going to, right? Because that's where they're going to send your PR card to. And that was it basically. So yeah, that was literally my landing experience. My first impressions. I love this topic. But I think I did not even know how big or large the landmass really is, right? Everywhere is literally far from each other. You can be living in the same city. They have like northeast, northwest. All my friends were not even staying close to me. Like everywhere is literally far. Like it's so big. I feel like they can carry Nigeria, dump Nigeria into Canada. and they'll not even feel it. It's literally crazy. I'm like, what the hell? Even the UK is small. Like the UK compared to Canada, nah, the UK is so small compared to Canada. It is so big. I know they say it's like the second like largest like country in the world, but I did not even realize like how big it really is. And their population is like maybe 50 million. I kid you not. It is extremely clean. Yep. When you can actually breathe in fresh air, like I don't even know how to explain it. It is clean, extremely clean. And I know it might sound weird. The UK is dirty. I noticed like the drinking culture here is, yeah, they go wild with alcohol, yeah. And because of that, you see people in bus stations like just vomiting, literally vomiting. So when you wake up in the morning and you like walking, you could be stepping on vomit, you could be stepping on whatever. It's not food, sometimes food. You see, comparing it to Canada though, Canada is a baddie. Yeah, Canada is extremely clean. The houses, lovely. Like I feel like there are some conversations like I've never really thought about or cared about in this country, that when I went to Canada, I started to like think about and get a little bit excited about. Sometimes if you don't have your stay here, it's very hard to start planning for a future you maybe cannot see yet. That could honestly be why I never really thought about mortgage here, or the houses here are not even inspiring. They're just small. Everywhere is like cardboard house, literally. Like it's so small here. Because even after I got back, I started to now make like inquiries about like how much is the down payment if I want to get a mortgage here. Was after I got back, just because I wanted to like do a compare and contrast, right? Absolutely love the houses. Like it got me thinking about my future, got me thinking about, oh yeah, what if one day I want mortgage? What kind of house will I like to get? Will I want town houses? Will I want apartments? Like it just gives you something to think about, gives diversity. I love how blended it is. I feel like I did not stand out a lot. I know in this race hierarchy, the blacks are still always treated like they are at the bottom. So I like the fact that in Canada there were so many different races. So I felt so lost. Like it's a place for immigrants, like just loads of immigrants. Just hear people speaking different languages. I don't even know what they are saying. I love that. I love just how diverse it is. I love it. Racism is everywhere. I am very aware of my race. You're so aware of how differently people treat you. What I like about Canada though, I am still aware that I am a black girl, yes. But you know what? I'm in the midst of so many people of color. My experience conversing with people is not the same as people that have worked in Canada. My conversation with people that live there permanently tells me the experience is similar, especially in workspaces. But I want to assume that it's not as bad as the UK. Because if it's as bad, or if it is worse, I don't know if I'll be able to survive. But let's see how it goes. I feel like we'll have this whole conversation again when I move permanently. Canadians are so nice. Like everybody's just so helpful. Everybody's so nice. They have a reputation of being extremely nice. It's like everywhere I go to, like, oh sorry, even when I'm at fault, like everybody's just so cheaper and so nice. I'm not going to say that means everybody in Canada is nice. No. I'll say, oh, that means all Canadians are nice. No. But I'm going to give them the flowers because people are generally helpful, nice, friendly, always smiling. Mind you, this is my experience, very short experience, okay? Maybe when I'm living there fully or permanently, I will have something else to say. But for now, and this is what I experienced when I was there. How expensive things are. Of course, I'm going to compare it to the UK, and I think I can compare it to Nigeria, okay? Because I've lived in both places. So we can complain and say, oh, when we came to this country, our groceries was £20, and now our weekly groceries is now going to £100. We can say all of that. It's not as bad as Canada. Everything is goddamn expensive. The reason why I feel like I did not feel it as much is because I am not using CAD, I'm using pounds. So when you compare pounds to CAD, it's, it makes you feel like a king and a queen, but it is still expensive. Everything is expensive, from cosmetics to, maybe when I move there fully, I would accept that okay, this is the prices of things, but I would go shopping and I'll be fuming. I'll go shopping and I'll be looking at the receipt like, what did I buy? So I would say, like, Canada is expensive. Cost of feeding, it is expensive to buy food to eat. Like, no, I'm going to give UK that one. UK makes sure that you have a good standard of living. Like, when it comes to food, transport, you're not going to have to stress. Canada, it is different. Now, comparing to Nigeria, things are extremely expensive now in Nigeria. So, just if you're coming from Nigeria, you just have that same mindset of things are quite pricey, right? So, I love the fact that I did this soft landing now. I love the fact that I did it now. What do I mean? I like the fact that I got to experience like Canada, Calgary, Canada, without all the stress that comes with moving to a new place. Like, oh, looking for an accommodation, Airbnb, this and that. No, my experience was very chilled. I wasn't bothered about looking for a job. I wasn't bothered about, all of that. Even though I would ask people questions like, oh, what is the job market like? How did you get a job? Just so I'm prepared for when I eventually move. Doing the soft landing kind of allowed me to experience Canada on a softer level, on a more relaxed level, and also gave me an understanding of what to do to properly prepare myself for my major move. So when I'm going back, I'm not too, it's not going to be such a big change. I already have an idea. I have a certain level of understanding of what I'm getting myself into compared to when I moved here from Nigeria. Like, that was my first time leaving the country. That was literally my first time entering the plane. I'd never entered the plane for anything, even for local flight. I'd never. So the first time I entered the plane was me getting out of Nigeria and coming to the UK. So that was literally my experience. So everything was like, oh, such a culture shock for me and such a big deal because, I was a JJC. I did not know anything. But now, I have the UK experience. Like, these Western countries are very similar in a lot of things, like taxes, literally everything is quite similar, right? Just a little bit different in culture, right? But they're very similar. So my advice for anyone that wants to do a soft landing in Canada now, prepare yourself. Think about what you need to do when you come here. I wanted to apply for some things, so I think I came with my birth certificate, my COPIA, and some passport photograph just in case I need to apply for something. I think you don't really need to bring too many documents because everything you need, usually like SIN, and SIN you get it in Canada. Like your PR card you get in Canada. They would ask you for like proof of address if you want to apply for like, health card, and you can get that from a bank in Canada. So I got my SIN, of course. I got my health card. I got my driver's license. And yeah, that's what I did for my 5-week trip. Nothing too much. So I would say, please make your trip a 6 to 7 week trip for a soft landing. I made the mistake of doing a 5-week trip and I could not get my PR card. I think one thing this journey like taught me is actually to be persistent, to hear no, to see no, to feel like God is trying to tell you that this is not for you, and still try. Moving anywhere, I would say, would always be emotionally draining, would always almost put you in a depressive state. But I feel like I have very little attachment to places now. I can be happy in different places. It doesn't have to be in the UK. My happiness is not tied to any particular place. Say, like, if you're scared about a move, please just do it. If it's something you want to do, but you're just having the fears, everybody has it. I had it. I have it. I will always have it. Whenever I have to go somewhere else that's out of my comfort zone, but you just got to do what you got to do in this situation we're in. So I think that's all for this video. Thanks for watching. Thank you for even staying to the end. If you liked or enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe if you're yet to do so. Bye.